Hey everyone, Josh here with Fresh Start Customs, and today I wanted to say thank you guys for 1 million Etsy views, and I'm going to share tips and tricks along the way of what I've done to receive that 1 million views, as well as with your help and your guys' support here. So if you're going to just be starting an Etsy shop on Etsy about your laser engraving business, whether it's digital items like I did, or physical items like other people do, I'm going to share with you some tips on getting your Etsy shop started and getting views on that shop. This could be, you can take this as however you want. This is just my experience, what I would have done differently. So from day one, what I would recommend doing is getting at least 4 designs that you have pre-made or you're ready to list. Post at least 2 of them on the first day, and then 1 every day after, up until you run out of designs. So ideally, you'd want 10 to start off with. I'd post at least 4 or 5 the first day, and then post 1 of those designs every day after, just to get engagement for a large launch, and then every day after to keep that engagement going. Just say, hey, there's a new design every day this week. Just get started with it. And you want to post as consistently with new designs if possible, whenever it comes to like digital designs. Physical designs obviously are going to take probably once a week or even longer than that, maybe even once a month, depending on how detailed and intricate your designs are. So just a heads up on that. The reason why I would do that is just to get Etsy to know, hey, you're taking this serious. Right off launch, you have multiple products, and then you've been posting each day to get into the algorithm. And like I said, this is all based on just my opinion. You can do it however you want, and that's just based on what I've seen traffic-wise. And that's what I would have done from day one if I could do it differently. Now, with that said, if you only have one product and you're going to launch that one project, go ahead and do it. I mean, if you just sit around and you just wait for your shop to open, then obviously you're never going to open it. So go ahead and just open it and get it done with. Just go ahead and promote it there. You can do it in any way that you want. And that's another thing that I was going to share with you guys, how I ended up getting this 1 million views, and with your guys' help as well. So first off, you can start a YouTube channel just like I did here. That's where I get a lot of different views whenever I just share a project that I'm engraving, or somebody just wants to have that project. So that's one good way to kind of launch and just kind of do it for fun at the start, and then let it build up from there. That's what I would recommend doing. Also, you want to start a Facebook page. That way you can get like a lot of different followers who want to see your new products that you're launching each day that I talked about. One thing that I really would have done differently is started an email subscription catalog at the start. I kind of waited too long on that. Whenever I first took off, more people were based on just Facebook views at that point. But if you can start where people can just sign up for like a newsletter for like Shopify, or what's a good one? A MailChimp is another one that you can do. I would do that as well, so you can get direct emails sent out to your clients or customers there. Now, one thing that you do need to worry about whenever you start an Etsy shop is scams. You as a seller do have a higher rate of scams coming in towards you. This is something that's not really talked about that often, but I've noticed, especially in the digital space, what a lot of people will try to do is they'll try to buy an Etsy file from you, and then they'll pretend that they thought that it was a physical item, or they'll make up an excuse that the file isn't working, etc. They'll do whatever they can to try and get a refund or money back from you so they can get that file for free. And then even if they don't get the file for free, they still try to scam you, and I'll explain that as well. So let's say you refund the item, they get the file for free. They'll then post your digital item in their shop to try to make money off of your digital item. So that's something that you have to worry about, and then you have to report that shop, and then Etsy will eventually take them down, and then the cycle kind of repeats itself. So just a heads up on that. If you're going to go digital items, you kind of got to worry about that. Even if they pay for the item, then they'll still do that, obviously, and it's super annoying that you have to keep an eye out on it or report those kinds of things. Now, if you do physical items, you got to worry about a similar thing as well. So with physical items, not only do you have to ship the item, you have to worry about someone disputing the claim through their bank to try and get money back if you won't do a refund. And the reason why that you may do a refund is they'll say that, hey, it didn't deliver on my front door or something like that. Like it didn't deliver in shipping. Obviously, that's why you have insurance through shipping, which is nice. But a lot of times people will get that money back through their bank or through you. And then they will take your item, create an Etsy shop, copy your entire listing, and then they'll sell your item again, and the one that you just made. And a lot of other times they will have you do the shipping for them, where they'll pretend to be a person. They'll buy your item, type in their client's address for the listing that they copied off of you. You'll send them the item, and then they'll dispute the charge. And the scammer gets the money, and the other person is either out the item if the item gets canceled, or out the money. So just a heads up on that. There is like the scamming side of Etsy, and it's kind of unavoidable. You will run into it eventually, in my opinion. I've ran into plenty with the digital side of things. Luckily, with the digital side of things, Etsy now has a policy where all digital items are non-refundable. So, and that was already my shop's policy. And so I can just base it off of both my shop and Etsy shop, let the client know, hey, these are non-refundable once they're downloaded, because you can't undownload a digital file. And after that, you pretty much don't have any issues since they changed that policy. If you do and they leave a false review, you report that to Etsy. Etsy will take that false review down based on their policy, which is that new policy. I know that was a little long-winded, but that I felt like that was something that's not talked about often. You should know before you get started. But as far as the other things that you can do to try to boost your shop is like Instagram and Facebook groups as well. Just share some projects in a Facebook group. A lot of people want to make those projects. So if you sell digital items, they'll say, hey, where can I get the file? You let them know, and then word of mouth will spread from there. And same thing with like physical items. If you join like a woodworking group, say, hey, I just made this project. People are like, hey, where can I buy this item at? And then that's how you can make sales or views as well. Now, the only downside about that is a lot of people will try to copy your design based on if it's selling well. So that's another thing that you have to keep in mind as well. As far as like Instagram goes, that's basically like a free source of views as well. You basically put like hashtag Glowforge or Glowforge made, Xtool, whatever brand of laser or item that you're making. And then based on people's searches and relevant searches in Instagram, you'll get those views organically through Instagram as well. But yeah, that's pretty much all the different tips and tricks that I can think of off the top of my head. If I missed anything, I guess I did miss something that just popped in my head again here, is if you don't know the search term SEO, I recommend you learn everything about SEO. It's basically the way that you can drive traffic to your Etsy shop. And you can also do like paid advertisements through Etsy as well, or through like Facebook as well. But I've never personally done a paid advertisement before, but you can do that, see how well it works for you. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's kind of just a one-on-one tips and tricks thing with me and you. If you want to support my shop and channel, go ahead and check out the links below. I really appreciate everybody for viewing it, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.